What's up, Leafs Nation? Happy Thursday to everybody. Um, it's another day. I'm in a great mood. The Leafs are coming off a dominant game over the Winnipeg Jets, and you can't complain. Well, you can't complain about. This is a small thing I have to complain about, but other than that, the Leafs played one hell of a game. They came out on fire, scored two goals quick in the first period, put the Jets on their heels, and they never looked back. The Leafs, like I said before, in my other videos, the Leafs are starting. They're going to go on a run. This is the time where the Leafs are going to start trending towards the way they want to play in the playoffs. So I'm pretty sure they've already started that based on what I've seen the two games against Edmonton and the game last night against the Winnipeg Jets. The Leafs are starting to lock everything in place. They're starting to build towards the playoffs, and they're going to go on a little bit of a streak here. They don't play Edmonton at all. They got 9 games against Calgary, Vancouver, Ottawa out of the 20 games left. And they got a lot of they they play a lot of games against Winnipeg and Montreal this month. And you're gonna see the Leafs start trending this way. They realize that with 20 games left in the season, you gotta start locking everything down, building towards the playoffs, and hit your peak right before the playoffs or as the playoffs start. So, um, get used to seeing world class hockey from the Toronto Maple Leafs. I know we've seen it a lot already this year, but this team is just good. There's nothing you can say about the Toronto Maple Leafs that's negative. The only issue I have with the Maple Leafs right now is they were 0 for 5 on the power play last night. I would love to see them try to find a way, just start hammering pucks on net and let the net front guys like Tavares and Thornton and Wayne Simmons start getting some greasy garbage goals. But other than the power play, the penalty kill looked good yesterday. And hopefully that starts trending towards a positive direction. They need to fix their special teams for sure. But, considering how bad their penalty kill has been and how bad their power play has been, they're just racking up the wins. They're racking up the points. They are the class of this division. Toronto Maple Leafs are the best team in Canada. Oh well, I don't care what you have to say. You can message me on Twitter and social media all you want with your advanced stats and whatever you want. It doesn't matter. The Leafs have faced nothing but adversity this season. Injuries, um, players dropping out at the worst time. Wayne Simmons was on a hot streak in goal scoring. He got hurt. Matthews was 18 goals in 18 games and he got hurt. Freddie Anderson is nowhere to be found. You're not even there. It would be something if they kept him off the ice for treatment and they said, you know, maybe he's gonna get on the ice and test it. Freddie Anderson hasn't come close to an ice pad. God knows where he is. Campbell plays one game and then takes the next game off for treatment. It's been a gong show in net, but the Leafs are just gonna keep on rolling. It's that the Matthews. So I said a couple of videos ago that if the Matthews line, which is starting to wake up, Matthews has got 3 goals in 3 games. Watch out. And Mitch Marner, last couple of games, he looks like the Mitch Marner of 2 years ago. He's putting the puck between his legs. He's dangling D-men. He's making no-look passes backwards to Austin Matthews for one-timers. And Zach Hyman is all over the goalies. That's a line, and that's it. At this point, Hyman is where he is on the top line. This guy is a stud. This guy is great. We're going to re sign him long term. He doesn't want to play nowhere else. Zach Hyman is the Toronto Maple Leafs' #1 left winger. That's that. So the top line is set. We got Hyman, Matthews, Marner. Second line, looking great. Galchenyuk, now that he's going to be on the second power play with Tavares, and Nylander, hopefully they can start getting something done. Galchenyuk didn't look too bad on the power play yesterday. He took a one-timer that had a chance to go in, and what the Leafs don't have and what's killing their power play is Morgan Riley and Mitch Marner are zero threat to shoot. Morgan Riley doesn't have a slap shot. Morgan Riley can't release a bomb towards the net. And Mitch Marner, when he has the puck on the boards, he's not going to shoot. He's always going to try to pass it into the slot, or he's going to try to go cross ice to Austin Matthews. So he's a zero threat. So what happens is other teams start getting super aggressive on the penalty kill because they know these two guys are never going to launch it on net. And that's what's happening right now. The Leafs need to change it up. Go get a defenseman with a slap shot. TJ Brody has a slap shot. I don't know why he's not on the #1 power play. Put him there and just let him start releasing one-timers. Just change it up. Do something. Whether it's Nylander on one wing or Matthews, just start ripping one-timers. Change it up. Put something different in your opponent's head. It's so predictable right now, the power play, and they're getting shut down. It's that's the one thing about Morgan Riley. You know, I love Morgan Riley as a player and I love him as a person, but he's been around for a long, long time, and the Leafs defense has never taken off to some crazy positive trajectory. And he's a zero threat on the power play. The Leafs need to make a hockey deal. And they need to go out and get a comparable young defenseman, maybe with 1 or 2 years left on his deal. I know Morgan Riley has 1 year left on his deal at $5 million. Go out and make a hockey trade. Get a Seth Jones. Get a Werenski. I don't know. An Ekblad. Go out and get Ryan Ellis out of Nashville. Do something. Make a hockey trade and upgrade Morgan Riley. Right now, the defense as a whole, it looks great. The Leafs are playing great defensively. Morgan Riley has vision. He makes great passes. But Morgan Riley is a zero threat on offense. And you've seen it around the NHL for years. Zdeno Chara in Boston. Now he's in Washington. You see Jeff Petrie and Shea Weber in Montreal. You see the guys in Nashville who take a lot of slap shots. You see guys like Erik Karlsson, Brent Burns, Drew Doughty. If you don't have a threat on the power play at the point who can rip a shot, just start ripping slap shots. Put something in the mind of the players that says, if the puck goes to the D-man at the point, he is going to rip a one-timer if I don't stand in front of him. So I'm going to go and stand in front of him. And then the seams open up for Marner, Matthews, Nylander. The seams open up to make those cross-ice passes. Or they at least open up a seam so that if you pass it to a winger, he can rip it on them. I think it's time the Leafs start looking into a hockey deal to upgrade Morgan Riley. I don't know why he refuses to take slap shots. Why he doesn't. I don't know if it's something he needs to practice. If it's something he needs to work on. He's been in the NHL for a long, long time. Develop a slap shot. I mean, Matthews developed a one-timer. Go do something about that, because Morgan Riley and Mitch Marner, when they have the puck, they are a zero threat to shoot the puck, so nobody cares. Nobody stands in front of those guys. All people do is put their sticks in the lane and make sure that the passes don't go through, because they know you know, it's a non-issue. They're not going to shoot these guys. Mitch Marner's not going to rip something into the top corner, and neither is Morgan Riley. Morgan Riley's wrist shot is, he's scored with it, but I don't know. They really need to do something about the power play. But in general, this team is looking great. They're flying. Right now, they're just humming. They're idling right now, and it sounds like that 67 Challenger that's just sitting there at the start line and just remming, and all you hear, that's what they're doing right now. Come the trade deadline, and when the trade deadline is gone, there's going to be 15, 16 games left in the season, I think. And that's when your roster is set until the playoffs. Once that trade deadline comes and goes, the Leafs are really going to start trending towards playoff hockey. They're going to start locking everything in. The top line is locked. The second line is locked. Galchenyuk is looking good with Tavares and Marner. The Leafs need to figure out if Kerfoot is going to be a quality center in the playoffs. If not, to make a significant move to bring in a center like Mikael Granlund, or left winger like Nick Foligno. Taylor Hall is definitely not an option for the Toronto Maple Leafs. Taylor Hall is a steaming pile of garbage that's been lit on fire. This guy, you don't want this guy to come into the dressing room and screw up the Toronto Maple Leafs. The guy is a head case. He is not as talented as everybody thinks, and he's not as good as a finisher as everybody thinks. I know playing with, people think, if you pull Hall with Matthews or Marner or JT or Nylander, it's going to increase his production. Yeah, I mean, it's done wonders for Hyman. It's done wonders for Kerfoot. It's done wonders for Joel Thornton. Yeah, playing with those guys, they're going to elevate your game. Yes, but Taylor Hall is not the guy I want the Leafs to go into the playoffs with. He's not the guy I want the Leafs to lean on when it matters the most and they're looking for a goal. This guy is not that guy anymore. He's hot garbage. And I don't like guys like that. I'm done with guys like that in Toronto. This team is developing a mentality and character, and they have this vision of they had this vision of their team, and they told us before the season started, this is the team we want to be. We want to be we want to be more team tough. We want to scare people on the power play. We want to score goals. We want to play defense, and we're going to dedicate, and you see it. Look, last night, the Toronto Maple Leafs got 17 block shots, and the Winnipeg Jets only had 11. Since when did the Toronto Maple Leafs ever outblocked a team like the Winnipeg Jets? So it just goes to show you that the forwards on the Leafs have bought in, and, sometimes the block shots don't go well, and if you miss the shot, you're going to screen your goaltender and it's going to go in. But for the most part, they're doing a great job of blocking shots, not letting too much get through to the goalies. And yeah, it's something I've noticed this season is the block shots. They are blocking more shots than the other team. On most nights, they're blocking more shots than the other team. And that's something that is completely new to me as a Leafs fan. I have never seen the Leafs do that. It's very rare for the Toronto Maple Leafs to go out there and throw their body, considering when a line like Matthews and Marner is out there, these guys are blocking shots. When Tavares and Nylander are out there, they're blocking shots. Nylander blocks shots. I was like, it's something else. when you look at the stat sheet and you see like Marner has 2 block shots and Nylander has a block shot and Ingval has one and Mikheyev has one and Tavares has one and Galchenyuk has two and Hyman has one and Kerfoot has one and Simmons has one. Like it's when you start looking at like Matthews had 2 block shots too. When you start looking at this all throughout the lineup, no matter what line is out there, whether it's the first line and they're meant to score, or it's the fourth line and they're out there cycling the puck and tiring the team out, these guys are blocking shots and they're dedicated to that. It's a level of buy-in I haven't seen from a Toronto Maple Leaf roster in a long time, which goes to show you that they're on the same page. They have the right mentality, and this is what you got to do in the playoffs. In the playoffs, you're not going to get a lot of power play, so whether it's clicking or not clicking, I don't think it really matters. But obviously, you want to make good on the chances that you get on the power play, but they're going to be decreased in the playoffs, so you gotta be in there blocking shots and making it easy on your goaltender. He's not always going to see the shot, so if you can block it, it's great. Um, yeah, that first Austin Matthews goal is something I have been harping on for a while. The Toronto Maple Leafs rarely get the puck to the net, and they rarely have people at the net when the puck arrives. And the top line, finally, Hyman takes the puck to the net, sidesteps a hit. Dubois takes out his D-man, and Matthews going to the net puts it right in on the blocker side. Perfect goal. That's what I love to see from that line. Hyman is capable of putting his head down and getting the puck to the net, and these guys got to go to the net. And in recent games, Marner and Matthews have started to go to the net, and it's working out for them. They scored 2 goals just by taking the puck to the net, and Marner made some sweet moves. I'm glad that this Mitch Marner has arrived. I haven't seen this Mitch Marner in a while. He's making plays in front of the net. His hands are working. He's using his hands and his feet and his playmaking to make space for himself, and he's putting and the puck's going in the net. And then the shorthanded goal, the boy wonder on penalty kill, Ilya Mikheyev gets the puck to Kerfoot. Kerfoot goes right up the ice, and he is and he shoots top corner, beautiful goal, but he defers way too much. He's got to shoot the puck more too. Kerfoot is the kind of guy who will always defer to somebody else if there's a 2-on-1. Or if he's skating up the ice and he sees somebody else is coming, he always defers to the other person. Got to start shooting. If you don't shoot, you're never going to score. Morgan Riley on the power play, if you don't shoot, you're not going to score. Where's the Morgan Riley from a couple of years ago, who was scoring goals like crazy? Get those shots flying, boys. Get the pucks to the net. And yeah. The Jets got 1 goal on the power play. But yeah, it was a non-event game. The Leafs controlled that game from start to finish, and they dominated the Jets. And they want to use fatigue as an excuse. Oh, we were on a long road trip. Sorry. No excuses in the NHL. Sorry. You can tell me you got injuries or you're tired or blah 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 blah. No excuses in the NHL. You lost and you got dominated. You either show up or you don't show up, and the Winnipeg Jets didn't show up. And then and considering the giveaways were 16-6, the Toronto Maple Leafs gave the puck away 16 times. The Jets only gave the puck up. They gave the puck away 6 times. So and the Jets outshot the Toronto Maple Leafs, so it's not like they didn't have their chances. Campbell was good. He was steady. That's all the Leafs need is a steady goaltender. The Leafs don't need anything flashy. They're playing so good right now. Their systems are so good. Their defense is so solid. The goaltender doesn't need to be anything flashy, just solid. And so it'll be interesting now to see if Campbell can play the next game or if he's going to take a game off and play every other game. I don't know what the situation is. I guess we'll find out after practice how Campbell is feeling. He said he felt good after the game, so knock on wood. Jack Campbell stays healthy because we at least need one healthy goalie. I personally, my conspiracy theory, and I'm going to keep saying it, is Freddie Anderson's not going to play another regular season game, and they're going to use his cap space on LTIR to go out and get two big boys. Two big boys. Not just one. They're going to go out and get two big boys. I think they have roughly $5.5 million right now, which at the trade deadline is worth a lot more than $5.5 million. So let's hope they go out and get a center and a left winger. Mikael Granlund at center, Nick Foligno on wing. Wow. I blacked out there for a second. I got so excited. Yeah, but I think Freddie's going to be healthy and ready to go for the playoffs, but I don't think he's going to eat. The Toronto Maple Leafs are going to pull a Tampa Bay Lightning. Hey, Kucherov, we can't be cap compliant this year. We're going to take your $9.5 million cap hit and we're going to put it on LTIR for the whole season. It's a shortened season, so just make sure you're ready to go for the playoffs. So that's my conspiracy theory. I'm not saying it's 100%, but I'm saying the Leafs are going to keep Freddie on LTIR, and they're going to use his $5 million cap hit to go out and get two guys. Maybe it's a forward and a defenseman. Maybe it's a forward and a goalie. Maybe it's two forwards. Maybe it's a defenseman and a goalie. I don't know. But I think the Leafs are going to use that space. That is what I believe. And if they do, watch out. Because the Leafs are going to be juggernauts. Great win again. Leafs are still in first place. And we are going to end this video with random words from the random Toronto Maple Leaf button. Wow. This button is random. I don't know why Shoppers Drug Marble would sell this button that is officially NHL licensed, and it says the most random things. I'm pretty sure that was Batman. It sounded like Batman, didn't it? All right, everybody. Stay safe. We'll see you guys next game.